It's 2 minutes to kick off, and you're still searching for a stream. Finally, a Reddit comment looks promising. You click. One last glimmer of hope after 10 fake sites. And somehow, it works. A live stream of your favourite team. Sure, it's 144p and buried under ads, but at least you can see the game. That's until the stream freezes and 15 more ads appear. The worst part? You didn't have much of an option, because where you live, 3 competitions are split across 3 different streaming platforms, and the 4th isn't even available in your country. This is the reality for modern football fans. There was a time when watching football was simple. In the pub, in your living room, where everyone shared the same game. Now, the world's most popular sport sits behind paywalls, blackout rules, and a maze of apps. It's turned into a scavenger hunt. Scroll through social media and you'll see fans venting. In developed markets, one match is on Sky, another on BT, and the odd cup game hidden on Prime. Too many platforms, too many subscriptions, and it all adds up. And even then, paying doesn't guarantee a great experience. According to a 2025 study, 57% of viewers reported at least one technical issue while watching a match. And for millions around the world, all this isn't even an option. Many turn to illegal streams, which, as we saw, aren't exactly fun either. So, how did something as simple as watching football become so complicated? And could YouTube, of all platforms, be the one to fix it? Is there someone else on the horizon too? This is Football Explained. For most of the 20th century, if you were a football fan who couldn't get to the stadium, your updates could be confined in newspaper columns and crackling radio commentary. Televisions provided some solace, but something special happened in 1992. The inaugural Premier League campaign kicked off with its first television deal with Sky Sports, valued at around £304 million over 5 years. It changed football from free television into something people would now pay to see. And it worked. Satellite dishes appeared on rooftops, pubs filled with the glow of live broadcasts, fans tuned in every weekend. Soon, the rest of the world joined in, and that was the real game changer, because it turned Premier League into a global powerhouse that it is today. Through the 2000s, television networks such as Sky, BT Sport, ESPN, and Canal Plus shaped the way fans consumed the game. And then came the next revolution: streaming. Services like DAZN, Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, Stan Sport, and Peacock promised something television never could: football anytime, anywhere, on any screen. For a moment, it looked like progress. But squint hard enough, and you'll see the problems. Viewers suddenly had too many choices. The convenience that promised simplicity began to feel complex. Every competition lived on a different app or platform. And of course, with every app came an additional subscription fee. If we only look at Europe, the monthly cost tells the story. Just take a look at this chart. In France, the UK, Germany, Italy, and Spain, football fans are paying more than ever to watch their favourite teams. In Spain, for example, access often means signing up for providers like Orange or Movistar. You cannot just quote-unquote buy football in and of itself. It comes bundled with a high-speed internet plan, mobile services, and sometimes even Netflix. That last bit about Netflix, we will come back to that later. Overall, across the continent, fans are now paying nearly 60% more than they were 5 years ago. Tom Greatrex from the Football Supporters Association summed it up best. What has always been a very accessible spectator sport has become, in many cases, prohibitively expensive. At this stage, it's essentially a luxury product for many, so it's no surprise that many people are finding other, more creative solutions. Now, let's be honest. If you've ever tried finding a decent stream for a game, you've probably battled your fair share of sketchy pop-ups. That's where Surfshark comes in, your all-in-one protection for everything online. Their powerful antivirus shields your devices from top to bottom, from your webcam to your files, giving you 24/7 protection you can simply set and forget. And when you finally find that working stream but have to jump on airport Wi-Fi to catch the game, Surfshark's award-winning VPN has you covered. With over 4,500 servers across 140 countries, it keeps your connection secure, your data encrypted, and even blocks ads and malware. So you're protected right through to added time and more. Best of all, one Surfshark account works on unlimited devices. And it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. because they know you'll love it. And right now, Surfshark is giving Plaantik viewers an exclusive offer. Get 4 extra free months when you sign up at surfshark.com/Plaantik or use code Plaantik at checkout. Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this segment. Now, back to the story. Across the internet, entire communities formed around a simple idea. If broadcasters won't make the game easy to watch, fans will do it themselves. Reddit's old soccer streams pages, unofficial IPTV services, Telegram channels sharing private links minutes before kickoff, pop-up sites on Twitter that vanish as soon as the final whistle blows. It's an ecosystem built by frustration and held together by love for the game. And the numbers don't lie either. One of the biggest platforms alone reportedly drew over 1.6 billion visits last year before being shut down by authorities in Egypt. Between April and October 2025 alone, nearly 5 million people in the UK, roughly 9% of all adults, watched sport illegally. But why is illegal streaming so popular? A couple of years ago, Tifo Football ran a survey asking fans why they were turning to these streams. Nearly 6,000 people responded, and more than half admitted they watch matches this way. The reasons were clear. The most popular answers were as you would expect. It was expensive, and the games weren't available to watch legally. Research from Ampere Analysis shows that the combined monthly cost has risen 57% since 2020, from £89 to over £140. For many, that math simply doesn't work. When legal access is this fragmented and this costly, illegal streaming stops looking like a crime and starts looking like the only door left open. This also brings us to one of football's strangest contradictions. The home of the Premier League remains one of the hardest places in the world to actually watch it. Before a fan even pays for any football subscription, they're already £174.50 a year down for the compulsory TV licence. That's £14.50 a month, just for the legal right to turn on live television. Then comes the actual football. A basic Sky subscription plus Sky Sports costs £50 per month. Add TNT Sports, and you're looking at £80 to £90 a month for just the Premier League. And this is before you touch Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, or international tournaments. It means a fan in the UK can easily pay over £1,000 a year while still missing multiple fixtures. An absurd cost structure, especially when you consider that streaming was supposed to solve this very issue. Between Premier League's blackout rules, scattered rights, and rising monthly fees, it can be easier to follow English football from abroad than from England itself. Across the Atlantic, American viewers pay around $15 a month for Apple TV and Peacock Bundle and get nearly every Premier League match of the weekend. Meanwhile, UK fans can spend more than £100 a month for just those two competitions and still miss out on fixtures. It's an irony that defines the modern game. It becomes even more absurd if you wish to watch Europe's other major leagues from the UK. La Liga in the UK is split between Disney Plus and Premier Sports. Bundesliga is on 5 separate broadcasters: Sky Sports, Prime Video, BBC, plus 2 YouTube channels. Serie A sits entirely on DAZN, but at £19.99 a month. Champions League requires TNT Sports for 187 matches, plus Prime Video for another 17, and that's soon to change to Paramount Plus too, so there's that. So the modern fan isn't choosing between pay or don't pay, they are choosing watch versus can't watch. Authorities call it a battle they can't win. But even in other countries, where the fragmentation isn't as bad as the UK, it can still cost a fair bit. If you're a football fan and want to watch every single football match from Australia, you could pay up to $1,309 on average a year to be able to watch all the football games. Fans see it as a compromise they can't avoid, but ultimately, it's proof that the demand to watch football is the highest it has ever been. And yet the question remains, how do the fans get what they want? Earlier in 2025, Mark Goldbridge partnered with the German football league, Bundesliga, to broadcast 20 live Friday night matches directly on his YouTube channel. He gets millions of eyeballs regularly, and he built his following through passionate Manchester United commentary, live watch-alongs, and moments of pure frustration at the club's recent decline. And Bundesliga saw the opportunity. For the first time, a traditional football league recognised the cultural weight of YouTube as a platform. The season opened with Bayern Munich's win over RB Leipzig, which drew almost 500,000 viewers to Goldbridge's channel. It was a milestone. A major European league working hand in hand with a creator. It makes sense when you think about it, whether it was Ronaldinho's viral Nike advert or the early days of highlights with loud EDM tracks in the back, to now highlights, interviews, and even like the video you're watching right now. YouTube has always been at the center of modern football culture. Additionally, there's a sense of community too. Live chats, creator interaction, fans sharing their reactions together in real time. And yet again, the numbers back it up. In the 12 months leading into 2025, audiences watched 35 billion hours of sports on YouTube. On connected TVs, YouTube viewership has grown 130% in just 3 years. Football, YouTube, and the living room TV. Feels like a match made in heaven. Here's the real question. What happens if YouTube is the one-stop platform for all things football? The infrastructure already exists. Leagues wouldn't need to reinvent anything. They'd simply plug into a system that billions already use. If you want to know what a YouTube-powered football hub could be like, look at Brazil. In 2022, streamer Casemiro Miguel secured digital rights to the World Cup. His channel, Casa TV, pulled 6.9 million concurrent viewers, all on YouTube, all creator-led, all wildly successful. And YouTube TV, YouTube's very own live TV streaming platform, is also creating somewhat a blueprint to it all by building its own version of the Super Sports Hub. It's introducing a 24-hour NBC sports network, bundling Premier League matches, NBA games, MLB, and more into a single YouTube TV ecosystem for $80 a month. It's essentially cable 2.0, but it's a clear indicator of where the market demand is moving, back toward aggregation, not further fragmentation. And these become sketches for what a future where football viewing could look like. People don't want 5 apps, 3 logins, and 40 minutes of menu hunting before kickoff. They want one destination. And right now, the only platform big enough, global enough, to even attempt that at scale is YouTube. But, as always, nothing is that straightforward. To truly fix football streaming chaos, 3 things have to align: rights, revenue, and reach. And they have to align incredibly well. Rights is the biggest hurdle, especially across multiple geographies. Football's broadcasting system is built on exclusivity. Every league, and sometimes every competition within a league, is sold separately to different companies across regions. That's why one app works in Japan, another in Australia, and neither in much of Africa. To make YouTube the home of football, the model has to move from exclusivity to collaboration. But that's the last thing corporations want. Media analyst Paolo Pescatore argues that despite the demand, companies would likely keep on moving the other way. It's going to get a lot more fragmented as Amazon, Netflix, and Disney spend more on live sports. YouTube would be trying to unify a football world that is financially incentivized to splinter. This imagined system will require leagues, clubs, and broadcasters to host their streams within YouTube's ecosystem. Each still controls its content, but everything lives under one shared structure. The second challenge is revenue. Traditional broadcasters pay billions upfront for long-term rights. A YouTube model would require to break that system down entirely, meaning no upfront pot of guaranteed cash for the leagues. To make it all work, fans could pay per match, per team, or per month. Leagues could mix subscriptions, ad-supported viewing, or micropayments that adjust by region. It would replace bulk rights contracts with a continuous revenue stream that grows with viewership. We already have a working example, but in a different industry: music. YouTube's Content ID system identifies copyrighted songs uploaded by users and automatically pays rights holders from the ad revenue those videos generate. Between 2021 and 2022, YouTube paid over $6 billion to the global music industry. That same framework could in theory work for football too. The third piece is reach. YouTube already operates almost everywhere the internet does. That reach could remove regional barriers overnight. A fan in Nairobi, Jakarta, or Buenos Aires could watch the same match legally, priced fairly for their market, and automatically localized with captions or commentary. The technology already exists: AI translation, multi-language commentary, live chat, and community tools. But amidst everything, another platform has its eye on it all. Enter Netflix. They have been circling football like a vulture. Right before we decided to upload this video, news broke that they are eyeing Premier League rights in the US and Europe. They've already bid for UEFA packages, tested one-off events like NFL games and Tyson Paul, and industry insiders think they could even target a slice of the Premier League when the next rights cycle opens. Given they are the most subscribed paid streaming platform in the world, the move makes sense. But even if Netflix wins something, it solves nothing. It just adds another gate, another subscription, another fragment. YouTube is still the only platform with the global reach and the built-in football culture that could bring everything under one roof instead of creating a new walled garden. And experts agree in theory. As one media analyst told The Athletic, the cleanest solution might be the most unrealistic, bringing football back under one provider, a single home for the sport, instead of the subscription maze fans deal with today. But many also argue that a singular streaming model would also mean that clubs and leagues would lose autonomy, and having everything under one platform increases monopoly concerns and infrastructure risks. So, are we stuck in a perpetual loop of never-ending subscriptions forever? Is this only going to get more fragmented? And what about the future? Will the game in living rooms live inside headsets and AR glasses, with a more immersive version of the game, all for even more money? The truth is likely somewhere in the middle. The partnerships and the aggregated bundles has given us a glimpse of what's possible. It showed that official football and fan-driven culture can coexist in the same space. The world's most popular sport shouldn't feel like a luxury subscription product. And maybe, for the first time in years, watching football could feel easy again if corporations take a step back and look at the stands. Because at the end of the day, the fans couldn't care less about illegal streaming, or platform wars, or billion-dollar rights deals. Fans just want football, without all the buffering.
Are you excited to watch the Premier League tonight? Well, you can't. That totals up to over £70 a month to legally watch the Premier League. Yet both, not even one, both of Premier League games tonight of Arsenal, Everton and Liverpool Wolves will not be televised in the UK. It is embarrassing. It is actually a disgrace that you pay that much money and I can't watch the Premier League. It is just simply not on. Oh, but don't illegal stream. We're going to crack down on that. How's that fair? How is that fair? It's just a joke. You pay over £70 a month to not be able to watch the Premier League in the UK where it's played, but I watch it anywhere else in the world. Mental. We are literally treated as customers, not fans. It is a joke.